people have actually locked their tokens, a lot of them, and they don't know how to maybe to unlock, or they just have to wait and see when it will. So you can see that a lot of people, it's an airdrop. Usually when an airdrop happens, people sell. But here, the people themselves, it's going to be very hard for them to sell because they are not very knowledgeable about the. But they have tried on educating them really.
I think that's where the business is. We buy the token, we sell it. But yeah, it's good. Manuel, JavaScript maniacs. Hey. Um, yeah, anything more? Like, Manuel, in additions, or you came late? We are not hearing you. Yes, yes. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't really get the message. I came in when he was talking and I couldn't pick the whole picture. So perhaps you could give me a little summary of what he said, or maybe he could probably go through it.
Ronnie, take us through, take us through.
Okay, so I was talking about this network. It's called Pi Network. It has been, by then, let me talk about its hackathon first. They do this monthly hackathon, and you can win 10,000 Pi. I have been here, I've been seeing this hackathon, but I was not serious because the price was zero, you know. You can't speculate the price. If you have been in this airdrop space, you know, speculating the price is the worst thing you can do. You just have to leave it there. So they are doing these monthly hackathons. Eh? You can win 10,000 Pi. You just build a simple application, and then you make a video demonstrating how you integrated their. They have this API. You have to put it in the HTML document, then you start calling it. I don't know how is that called, but it's that kind of API. I think Next.js applications can't run it properly because you need like an index.html file somewhere, according to what I know. But you guys, I know you could know better. So I was talking about building on Pi. It has potential. First of all, I was talking about the guaranteed traffic. If you have a serious logic for your DApp and you build it and you are sure it can get you some revenue, you are going to get guaranteed traffic because they are like 50 million engaged users and they have their own Pi browser. So that's one. And the other thing is that hackathon. Remember, the price went up to $3. It's averaging around above $1.5. Now imagine 10,000 Pi for their monthly hackathon. That's some liquidative cash. So building on Pi, that's what I was saying. And the other thing I was mentioning is that you only need JavaScript. You can build this thing entirely in JavaScript. There's a way they deploy using GitLab. There is that process after reaching that bottom. They have this checklist you go through, but I failed to reach the other bottom where you have actually to deploy now on their servers, on their so that the app can be accessed through the Pi browser by everyone. But I was thinking if you people who know JavaScript, like you who took us through, it could be very easy. By the way, it doesn't take time if you know what you are doing. You can do it in like hours. And I've seen that there are very few developers on this platform, so not very many people pass that bar. But I can see it's easy if you know what you are doing. So that was all of it, maybe.
Okay, thank you very much for for the opportunity that you just shared. Well, I think it would be good If you don't mind, you could please share the links, Ronnie. Maybe we could take a look at it. But I don't see why you can't do it as well. It's a good learning process, good learning opportunity too.
All right, all right. It's amazing. So, hello, Agre. Um, hello, Damba. How are you? How are the sessions? Today is a thumbs up day. Hello, Angela.
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hey, how has been the last couple of months?
Yeah, actually, it has been a nice one. I've also learned a lot of things because this space we keep on learning and also improving ourselves as well. Yeah, actually, it has been a nice one, and I'm so happy for the people who've really committed to this program. I'm really happy for you guys, and I'm so excited for your learning journey. Yeah, I'm just excited and so happy for everyone. Thank you.
All right. Maria, how are you? Is Maria on?
Yes, I'm okay.
All right.
I'm okay, and yeah, uh, I'm just prepared for what I'm to take in for today's lecture.
Okay. Should we look at Uniswap V2? So yeah, I think at 17:20, 1 minute, we can start. Yeah, it's been we're in our month two. It's amazing, and yeah, see us at Risk Roadshow. I think Risk Roadshow on this Saturday. Yeah, I didn't say hello to Manuel. I think Manuel spoke a lot. So, Manuel, how are you? I think his microphone is off.
I think Manuel is trying to set up and they're recording everything. So
Okay.
yeah.
So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Is my audio okay? All right. Okay, so share screen, entire screen. So today we are going to look at one interesting topic. Yeah, Uniswap. So today is going to be our first glimpse into flashloans. Yeah, so I think this is amazing, and I'm getting better at this thing. So in this lesson, we will learn how to take a flash loan from Aave and utilize these new concepts in DeFi, which doesn't exist in the Web2 world. We're going to be looking at this possibility of borrowing and using that money without collateral. So the concept of I think I should put this. Still, we are back to our rise pad. So let me refresh mine. I think it is a good kind of way of engagement. So did the people really deploy, or things went south? No one added their deployment. This is serious. Should we reduce the speed a bit, or shall catch up? Yes, any replies? So today is 2025. And did the people really follow others on X? Follow your friends. I think today we can also add X handles. Or we can say name. So today it's going to be name and then biggest area of interest in the development space. Yes, feel free, let people know what your progress has been like. It could be front end, could be back end, could be smart contracts, could be DeFi, real world assets, maybe community. What you feel like most intrigues you. Yes, I'm waiting for people to join. I think. Let me share the rise up. So yes, the pad is there. Let us engage. So far, what do you feel is your biggest area of interest? Is it code? Is it community? Front end? What is it like? What do what intrigues you about the space? I'm waiting for names. I'm waiting to see people typing. The rise up has been sent as a message. Okay. So we're looking at Aave. If we are to look at Aave here, access the full power of DeFi. Aave is the world's largest liquidity protocol. Supply, borrow, swap, stake, and more. So meet Aave. So Aave introduced this thing called flash loans. And actually there are many other protocols that are into the idea of flash loans, and today we are going to be looking at that. So I've also shared Aave in the group. No, not in the group, but in the in this Aave.com. Probably I should share the link itself. People are not writing their areas of interest. Should I change the heading? So what should we put as the heading? Probably name. X handle. Probably you can make a tweet. Tweet, is it this? Yeah, tweet. About today's session. So a link. You can first put the name and then you put the link. I think a link to the tweet about today's session. I think that is easy, so let me go to my X. Central code. Bootcamp is on. Supercharged for it. Okay, so let me share my X and I'm not seeing the picture. Okay, so let me share post. Copy link and yes, you can first write your name. Yeah, so you can react to my post and Yeah, let's keep engaging with other people's posts on that. Okay. So we are looking at the idea of borrowing millions for free from Aave using flash loans. So we shall see that there are very many flash loan platforms, but we've chosen to start with Aave. And so in this lesson, as I said, we will learn how to take a flash loan from Aave and utilize this new concept in DeFi, which doesn't exist in the Web2 world. There is no good analogy for this from the traditional finance world, since this is simply impossible outside of blockchains. So let's first look at the concepts of traditional finance. How do traditional banking systems work? So if you want a loan, you have to put forward a collateral against which you can take the loan. This is typically how lending or borrowing in DeFi works. So wherever you want some sort of loan, probably you put a collateral against which you can borrow, and this collateral, this value must be higher than what you want to borrow. So this is also the analogy in DeFi, and the DeFi sort of setting where you're going to borrow. So greater than sign. So yes, we want to borrow some money, so it should be less in valuation compared to your collateral. So however, you may need just a lot of maybe money at times to execute some sort of attack that you cannot possibly provide collateral for. Perhaps to execute a huge arbitrage trade, or attack some contract. So what is an arbitrage? We are going to just have a simple understanding of an arbitrage. What an arbitrage simply means is, as we saw in our V1, that from X times Y equals to a constant K. If if X is ETH and if X is token 1 and Y is token 2, if you create a collateral on a decentralized exchange, then the first provision of the liquidity will establish K, which is a constant, and then this K can help you to get the pricing of these two tokens. Now imagine somebody introduced these two tokens and created a pool on Uniswap, and then introduced the same token. So this is Uniswap, as an exchange, and then created the same pool with X and Y on PancakeSwap. So both these will have different constants K, which will lead to different pricing on these two things. So what an arbitrager will usually do is to buy ETH, maybe to buy token 1 from 2 and sell it from Uniswap and keep selling it at PancakeSwap, until the prices are evenly distributed. So let me say I have Uniswap here. And PancakeSwap. So PancakeSwap is for BNB chain. So probably I want to exchange ETH to see. So let me say I want to exchange a million. You see that here I'll get 618 USD. Price impact too high. Proceed with caution. Here I have six. So here I have 78,000. I don't think I have really. Okay, let me say 100,000 ETH to Aave. $100,000 ETH to Aave token. So I think this thing has some issue on Aave token. Oh, this is the fee. This is a very exorbitant fee. Maybe I should change the token. So I want to change 100,000 BNB tokens. Price impact too high. So I think this PancakeSwap has little liquidity. Okay. So 52,000. Let me see if I can have here 100. 368. This is 264. So you find out that these are different. Oh, this is still ETH. This should be BNB. Always do your research. So I want to swap 100 BNB to Aave. I get around 57,176. This is 100 BNB. So on PancakeSwap, this is 100 BNB, and I get 52,593. Here I get 57 to this. So you find out that these prices of exchanging tokens are different, and this is due to the difference in the pools or on the different exchanges. So an arbitrage is when somebody will, for example, exchange this and get Aave, and then transfer that here, and then get BNB, and do it over and over. Maybe they have a bot as they are taking off that price, because if I have, for example, ETH and I buy BNB tokens, and I use BNB tokens to sell them into Aave, I take off the profit that is a margin between this price and this price. If that profit is greater than the cost of the gas fees, then I'm making profits, and that's what an arbitrage simply is. Any question? So we continue. When there is no question, you are left in suspense. Yes, Ronnie.
So the only application of flashlaons is arbitrage trading.
What I talked about was not actually a flash loan application. What I talked about is when someone is having collateral. It is an application of DeFi. So arbitrage is an application of DeFi. Because for you to have this, you must have the 100 BNB tokens that you're going to be moving around as your collateral. So if you don't have these 100 BNB tokens, then that's where the flash loan comes in. So the above was simply explaining how an arbitrage looks like. So what are flash loans? Maybe you might be thinking it is some kind of loan. Well, yes, it sort of is, but it is a special type of loan where a borrower can borrow an asset as long as they return the borrowed amount and some interest before the end of the transaction. So since the borrowed amount is returned back with interest in the same transaction, there is no possibility of anyone to run away with the borrowed money. So if the loan is not repaid in the same transaction, the transaction fails overall and is reverted. Is that understandable? So let me say I have a pool with $1 million worth of ETH. So if I can borrow this money, use it in, let me say to get collateral on exchange one, and sell that amount exchange two. So here let's say I've borrowed USDT. and then on exchange one I've changed it into ETH. So this ETH I use it to swap it into Aave tokens, because on exchange 2 there is a lower price. If I buy Aave, I get it at a lower price compared this if I buy it here. Then after buying Aave, I exchange it back. I think I'll use this into ETH. So after exchanging the ETH, here I should have borrowed ETH. I take it into exchange one, and so after exchanging it back into ETH, I take it back to the pool. So if this all can occur in one transaction, and I can pay the fee for just borrowing the 10 ETH, maybe the profit, and then plus the gas fee. And if I add all those two payments, the profit I've gotten from these two is bigger than that, then that's a successful arbitrage because I've made that profit. In some pools, you are not even needed to add any profit, but for Aave, in some pools like the pools of balance, you're not required to add any profit. You can borrow as much as you can, but with Aave, I think they have a 0 point something addition you add to the pool. Like, is that concept understandable? I need some reaction. All right. So the simple but fascinating detail is what allows you to borrow billions with no upfront capital, all collateral, because you need to pay it back in the same transaction itself. And this also can also help your wallet. Sometimes you may be providing a wallet, maybe to receive something, and then probably the internet needs to know that this wallet has had transactions that are in big volumes. So you can create flash loans to ascertain the relevance of your wallet. However, you can go wild with that money between borrowing and paying it back. That's what we have been looking at. The biggest take is that all of this happens in one transaction. So we can look at application of flash loans. They help in arbitrage between assets, causing liquidations in DeFi lending protocols, often play parts in DeFi hacks and other use cases. So you can essentially use your own creativity to create something new. In this tutorial, I think we'll focus on how a simple flash loan works, which includes being able to borrow one asset. There are alternatives where you can borrow multiple assets as well, or you can move one asset between very many different platforms. I think if you want to read about other flash loans on Aave, you can go through their docs. I think I can put it here. So I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the rise up. I think even these can put them in the rise up. Is my internet misbehaving? This is just the start. Like, you can really go deep in this rabbit hole, so feel free to do your own research. DYOR. So yes, I think probably we can look at a bit of a depth. So what is an arbitrage? As I've been talking about here. So when there are two crypto exchanges, A and B, now A is selling token maybe 1 for a lower price than B. So you can profit if you buy the token from A in exchange for maybe a stable coin, and then sell it on B, gaining more of the stable coin than the amount you initially started with. Yeah. So trading off price differences across exchanges is called arbitrage. Arbitrages are a necessary evil that help keep prices consistent across exchanges. So since these are decentralized exchanges, the quickest way that these prices remain consistent across dexes is by arbitragers always buying from where there is lower price and making profit off when they sell those tokens between these different exchanges. Yeah, making sure that exchanges come to sort of a leveled ground. But then, how do flash loans work? So I think there are 4 basic steps to any flash loan. To execute a flash loan, you first need to write a smart contract that has a transaction that uses a flash loan. So assume maybe first the function is called create flash loan. So your contract calls a function on a flash loan provider like Aave, indicating which asset you want to and how much you want to use. There are usually 4 steps. I think we shall write some smart contract in that. But as long as you get the gist of it, we can quickly pass through it. So the flash loan provider sends the asset to your contract and goes back into your contract for a different function, execute operation. So execute operation is all custom code you must have written, because that's where the work happens. So can say write flash loan function. I'll use this. So step I'll say that the flash loan provider sends the asset to your contract and goes back into your contract for a different function, probably execute operation. So the third step. Now execute operation is your custom logic. Probably want to borrow maybe stable coin, exchange the stable coin for another asset on another exchange. Yeah, that's where like you really use the money. Storm logic. Choose the funds. So in the execute operation, you should know that at the end of it, you approve the flash loan provider to withdraw back the borrowed assets along with a premium. So the flash loan provider takes back the assets it gave you along with a premium. So as we said, Aave has a premium. I think it is only 0.9. It's a very small percentage of the amount, very small. It's like a gas fee. So I'm looking for some image we had here. I think it is it's in assets too. So all right, I've gotten it. Let me share it. So yes, we can look at an example of maybe something complex. So a user comes to a flash loan provider and creates a flash loan transaction to initiate an arbitrage. Then probably, let me say, borrows DAI from Aave pool by calling the flash loan simple, sends the DAI and calls execute operation on the contract. So we said this is where now his logic is going to start from. So uses the DAI to purchase a large number of maybe some tokens from an exchange A, then executes the swap to and sends those tokens to contract. So sells the tokens back for DAI on exchange B for profit, and then executes the swap and sends DAI tokens back to the contract. So contract now has enough DAI to pay back Aave with a premium or interest. Aave contract withdraws the lent DAI and a premium from the flash loan contract. Contract now sends any remaining DAI made in profit to the user who arbitraged, maybe probably to his wallet. And that's one simple way of creating an arbitrage. If we had to put that into I think we should first let code stay alone. So please, for those that have written their X posts, yes, if somebody has written a post or somebody has a handle, follow them. Like, let me see Manuel here. I follow him. Why token C? I thought it was your item, so NFT community. Okay, have a thumbs up. Okay, the rise part. Rise up. So this is the rise up. It is the same pad we are using. It is in the comments. Yes, follow someone if you haven't followed them. Let's really grow together. Who else has put their link? So Mwanjeroni, no X account, Nachiuka, no X account, no link. Okay. Notification. I got an awesome. Today what's really awesome is I could onboard with my EVM wallet. Alright, let me leave X alone for now. So yeah, with those some concepts, I think we can look at building something. Before we look at me see the time. Okay, this is good. We can look at platforms like Full Combo. So this is a real-time drag and drop flash loan platform. So Full Combo leading dashboard, create smart lending dashboard for managing DeFi positions. So in Full Combo you can create strategies just using boxes. Select combine DeFi protocols. Yeah, so it's a great platform. I think build now. I can go here to create. You can also look at the different arbitrages that have been done by others. So let me say, to view the DeFi menu, click on the cube icon to access the DeFi menu and begin constructing your own strategies. Simply click on the cube icon on the create page. Next, create mode provides several actions for users. Next, start. So I wanted to just show something. So probably you can get base, let me say from USDC, base from compound v3, and then swap it here. So it will show you I got ETH, swapped it maybe to DAI. You add, so you can take it probably to Aave as a supply. I used to use this thing, but yeah, I'm a bit all is not connected. Okay. Yeah, but nevertheless there is a tutorial here, because you can use it to do flash loan. I don't know why other boxes are not increasing, and I don't want to go through the tutorial. But this is a flash loan platform where you can borrow and like move around liquidity from different places and just pay for gas fee. It's like a drag and drop sort of application. So I'll put it in the Rise app and in the so let's write some code. Create a folder here, builder. Flash loan 1. So you're going to build something simple, but it is the same concept. command backticks to bring the terminal, or you can say terminal, new terminal or view. I think there is somewhere, there is terminal here. Or command control backticks. So we are going to use Foundry. Foundry. So for init dot, implying that init in this folder. Mr. Manuel, did you find the issue we have, or to the error we had yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Who else tried it? Oh, I better come up with a solution. Okay, so we have initialized. Oh, I should put these commands in the rise up. Created created folder called flash, then cd to flash, and then forge init dot. I think that's where we are. So let's install the Open Zeppelin. We are going to install our Open Zeppelin libraries, and then Aave and Aave 3 core. So you can you can copy that command and paste. Cloning. %. So I'm going to be installing one by one. So forge, install, Zeppelin, So I really have some internet issues. But yeah, that's okay. We can continue. So after here, I think as I've pasted in the rise up, so you can forge remappings.txt, to ensure that everything is configured. It produces this, which so the things should be in these remappings, the smart contracts, but we have skipped that place since they are having issues. So in SRC, you can create a new file called flashloan example.sol. And let's look at this code. In SRC and so, and then add this piece of code between start and end. Are we together? So since some of the installations are really not coming, I'll just play along as we. So between the start and the end, add this code. So it's upon each one of us to really practice. We must practice rigorously because the work is really a bit much. So flashloan. If we go through this code, of course, we start with a flashloan example. Is flashloan simple receiver base? This will help to ensure that the token you are borrowing has a like sort of a vault, and it is a flashloan token. It implements the flashloan capabilities. So how does our token come to implement the flashloan capabilities? If we come to plain wizard, so you see here you can say flashloan minting. There's also that capability. So here I see 20 permit. So the token can be allowed to mint for flashloan purposes. So in case someone wants to borrow much of it and return, or in that case burn, flash mint. So constructor, I pose address provider, flash loan simple receiver, the provider. So function create flash loan. We must have the asset and the amount we want. So address of the receiver is address this. As we said, address this is the address of the wallet that is engaging with the flash loan. So use this to pass an arbitrary data to execute operation. Referral code is 0. So pull.flash loan, we have the receiver, the asset amount, params, and then referral code. So execute operation, then you have the amounts, and then this is where you put your code to do, maybe probably take it to this smart contract, exchange it for probably stable coin or everything that you want to happen in your flash loan happens there. And then amount owing equals amount plus premium. We shall look at the premium. I think the premium for Aave is in their docs. Aave protocol. So the flash loan fee is initialized at deployment to 0.05% and can be updated via governance board. So I think that is it. 0.05% is the premium. Any questions on that? Or I should redecompose it? Alright, so let me continue. So what you do is first create a test to actually see this flash loan in action. So here on Aave, I think we can really take a work on flash loans on Aave. Aave has a very detailed documentation, and then also it gives you like the liquidity pools. So one of the things you can search for is liquidity provider. Providers for flash loans. They usually have a place where they have a list of I don't know. where they have a list of the wallets from which you can borrow from. So sometime here you just have a contract that you borrow from here, and yeah, you put your logic around there. The other thing is to deploy and then keep testing. So one of the ways to deploy, of course, we have to create the .env file and then have our RPC. And then under test you can create a new file called probably it could be flashloan example. .t.sol. Or you can even, if you're on testnet, you can keep testing like live. So let me put the testing code in the rise up. But I have a feeling that people are just seeing now. So that's the concept of flashloans. I think for the remaining parts, we can do a bit more research since the concept is very new. Like, let everyone go discover something. We shall have another session also on flashloans, because I think this information is really new. We have a balancer flashloan. So for balancer, you don't have to give a premium. You can read through. Since the vote holds all tokens for opposed, the consolidated token balance are available as flashloans. Flashloan go to Gitbook. Because this is a concept, you have to run tests. You have to find out balancer v2 flashloans overview, take out a loan. So each sort of protocol has their own repay the loan, flashloan swaps, the vault, balancer pools. So I guess instead of continuing, I feel this is already overwhelming since it is a new concept. But actually there is a reality where you can borrow large amounts of money and then pay back in a go. You can also just be having a backend, for example, from npm init.y, and then you install the ethers.js and you just use ethers.js to keep querying. Yeah, I feel like I can do that, but it's already overwhelming for the quietness we have in the group. So for that, I think that's a great introduction to flashloans. Full combo, like play around with it. Use the testnet if you have some transaction or gas fee on the mainnet. Look for those L2s that you can look through. You can see the different decentralized exchanges from the screener. So if I come here and maybe I choose which chain, Avalanche or Base. Okay, let me choose, you can even choose Ethereum. We have some tokens on Base. All dexes, you can see all the dexes here. You can go there and look at the pricings. and equalizer, balancer, gamma swap, ducky swap, thin swap, solidity. Yes, so let's first give ourselves room to explore, and then we shall probably be back at the topic within the future with something in detail. Otherwise, the floor is open for discussions. And feedback. What topics do you want to hear about? Yes, Mr. Ronnie?
Yes, I was asking about the applications of flash loans. What are these transactions we usually used for? And the other thing,
Yes.
someone to tell me about this ETN. I'm seeing people posting about, but on the sessions, today's sessions, I'm asking what are the other applications of these flash loans apart from the arbitrage trading, because that's pretty self-explanatory.
Do you have answers, Manuel? So I think for me, the main thing I've seen, arbitrage is really a big industry. On the other hand, arbitrage is what regulates the pricings of tokens. So I think that's one really good advantage. But also the other thing is, they give you the ability to borrow huge amounts of money without collateral. That's power. So it's a concept that was identified because of the way the blockchain is, and you can find out other things that you want to use them for. Okay. ETN, I think ETN, those people are having a hackathon. Yeah. Probably they can talk about it. And on Saturday we have the road show, so I personally will be there. Yes, Coach Gianni.
Sorry, I had stepped out a little. Someone told me you called on me.
On ETN. Yes, let me stop. Alright, yeah, so it's time for conversations. Should we regulate the speed? How is it? So the main thing we want to obtain for this second month is for us to sort of go back and get deeper into those concepts, because the first month was really a marathon, and we are going to be doing this by hopefully, if all is okay, by doing mini projects and things that real world projects sort of. Yeah, so we want to get used to deploying, doing a front end, and having some deep concepts. And then the next month, want to really be focused on our products. Our priorities will be really shifting from a tutorial, a builder-based sort of thing to a builder sort of exchange. Yeah, and then I'll complete in the first month. God willing. So in this month, I feel, if I cover a concept and I see that people have grasped something, I know that we are prone to go back and research. I don't want to have it like the first month where really it was huge amounts of data daily. And so the floor is open for discussions. We can discuss to 19. If there is a topic you want to really hear about. Has the info been overwhelming? The concept? Yes, Ronnie?
So I was asking what like projects should we look like? What should we look out for out there?
Anyone who has an answer?
I request that he please repeats because I think the network was skipping. I didn't hear him well.
I was asking what are the next big projects? What projects should we look out for?
Well, I think every project is big in its sense, but I would recommend you focus on something you feel most connected with. As long as it's invented, that's what I think.
I think has your question been answered? So one thing I've understood is really so when you see that there is value that what you're building is bringing, um, I think that's enough for you to build on it and see. Also, there are many concepts, whether it's Web2 or Web3 or JavaScript. You can use APIs to do some things. And then the other thing is, I think it's good to broaden our scope, build something that can work across Africa. I don't know, there's really a lot, whether Web3, Web2, but Web3 is a good place. AI agents are here, so Web3 still has, you can build another DEX or a better thing. Like something you feel that you could continue to build, I think is something good. Whether it's an NFT marketplace. And yes, we can go and also hear from what the list level has to tell us on what they need to incubate. If you feel like you're in need of incubation, you can join that. Yeah, but I know as long as you're building something, maybe some things may not come out fully forged, but as you keep building them, probably you see some need here and there, or it is, yeah, I think that's a good thing. But the best thing is something that you are really connected to, that you continue to build, whether there is support or nothing, or there is support. But that's my opinion, I might be wrong, yeah. Any other inputs?
Yeah, personally, I want to talk about a certain concept that I think I was wondering if we'll have time to cover. Blockchain analysis, because like I said earlier, just chasing the bug. So when we discussed AMMs, and all the concepts of how you could utilize information about the blockchain, about transactions that are about to be executed. You could use it to actually make money. Front running, I know it's not something that everyone would endorse, but it's not inherently wrong. So I was wondering, is there going to be a time when we'll be able to go through blockchain analysis as a concept?
Is that question to me?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so in essence, there are still many more topics we could cover, but it is really dependent on many things. So, yeah, preparing like the bootcamp is comes with a lot of extra work. So it's something I'm hoping, because if we are to deliver some of those concepts, there are some people I want to connect to teach them. There are some I know, but I need more time if I'm to take them through. All that needs time, yet we are also running a demanding sort of thing. So my aim is, if I can open our brains up so that we can research into many of the things. There are things like Markov trees for Ethereum, there are things like MEVs, front running, things that are really required, or one can venture into to really make sure that they make money. And then there's also blockchain analysis, where you can analyze whether the token is a scam based on the liquidity flows. But yeah, putting them together is really needs time, and I'm betting on getting that time from having resources around. So probably priorities could change, and we chase some of the bag somewhere, or if resources are around, I think we shall have a better way of really handling them. There is a lot about cross-chain, how to do move tokens cross-chain, oracles, but yeah, they need really an undisturbed sort of state to deliver. So I think, yeah, if all is as planned, I'm very optimistic about it. Any other discussion? I want to hear from us. So far, I feel we are really actually upfront, and if you have been like very immersed in the in the in the cohort so far, you're in a good position. Not to fear anything. Like, at least whatever you can look at, there is a clue about it, and that's the biggest intention. So after chasing away the fear, we are all on a leveled ground of research and collaboration. So that's something that I had I intentioned for the bootcamp, that at least by the end of the first month. So for this second month, it's really to get deeper. But yeah, everything is a bit relative. But at least for the first month, we managed to cover it safely, though it was hardly. And yes, we move. The other concept, like looking into opportunities of risk. I'd love to teach more about risk, after the Saturday meetup. You guys can ask all the questions, the opportunities there, what to build. Of course, there is a lot that has not yet been built on the protocol. Maybe you can provide liquidity, or yeah, wherever risk goes to Adex, maybe you could be among those who trade the token, who arbitrage it, because it's relatively new blockchain, and maybe it is on a few decentralized exchanges. So yeah, why not try with it, and given its low gas fees. So Yes, I think we shall. We could cover those in the coming days. It's something that we are thinking about. That you can do some research and give us exposition on front running. Yeah. Another person. Let's have some discussions. Let's have some inputs. How has the cohort changed your thinking? Maybe your approach to things. I'm seeing Agri here. He's off, and Paul Damba always on often.
So, like I said yesterday, I think I'm trying to grasp a couple of things, a couple of new things from the code. Maybe one request I would make is about the notes we talk about gas fees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gas fees. Do we? I think, do we have even the video up? I think we have the video up on gas fee. Can look at how. Please, does anyone have notes on gas fees? If you took some notes, I remember that was a very deep topic. Gas and gas fees, then the calculations we had around it. Who has notes on it? Maria.
Well, I have mere summaries.
So
I have summaries and only those about the formulas, the post and the pre, and then upgrade. Yeah, there are not so many.
yeah, I think maybe both of you could have a Google Meet or something and then share that. Yeah, Instagram, I think that would be something. Then look out for the video if it is there. If it is not, maybe it could be shared by someone, probably Manuel. We really had ups and downs on recording these videos since they really take a long time. So recording and editing is cumbersome, but we are getting better at it. Now, Matedi. Great to have you in the call. How have you found the topic of flash loans? Or we should continue with code? Is that a thumbs up? Or I should invite my laptop? Yeah, so it's amazing. I think we can really do some great work. Yeah, so for this far, I'm really grateful to you guys. You have really put your heads down to do some things. And I think the field is really a great one. And don't be shy if if you're looking up to do something, you want to be an ambassador of some sort, or you want to build, like you can ask some of these people here maybe how to reach your journey, like your goal, so that we really don't just take in content, but we can be of impact to one another. So I think for today, that's pretty much it. I thought about having flash loans as the topic. Yes, we really have some good work to do with building smart contracts, but yeah, I think we shall see how we tackle them. All right, have a great time. Stay blessed.